Tourism officials, meantime, are eyeing mid-October to fully reopen the country's borders for international and domestic travel. That will come with several health and safety protocols, however. Tourism and Aviation Minister, the Honorable Dionisio De Aguilar, listing that and more during a press conference this afternoon, imploring Bahamians to help with welcoming visitors back in this COVID-19 environment. Altaviz Munnings has that.
The numbers show the real deal. The Bahamas has seen a significant fall-off in visitor arrivals during the first 6 months of 2020. From a record 3.9 million arrivals in 2019 to only 1.7 million this year. According to Tourism and Aviation Minister, the Honorable Dionisio De Aguilar, this 56% reduction in our tourism business could not be avoided. The common denominators, the shutdown of both the cruise and airline industries in late March, alongside a recent resurgence of COVID-19 in many of our key markets like Florida, Texas, California, and Georgia. But tourism officials are giving reopening the borders another try. They've targeted October 15th as the date to reopen hotels on all islands to resume full operations and the full use of the beach, which is described as a critical component of our tourism product and the number one reason why persons come on vacation to the Bahamas.
This will allow our land-based tourism industry enough time to slowly ramp up to benefit from the traditional Thanksgiving travel period leading into the Christmas and New Year season. We cannot afford to open and then close right back down again. That was too traumatic for the tourism sector and significantly impacted our relationship with our travel partners. We need a period of calm, a period of certainty, and a period for those in the tourism sector to methodically plan the measured reopening of their businesses. Of utmost importance will be adherence to health and safety protocols for our communities so that we stand a much better chance of a successful recovery and an eventual return to full employment in our industry.
And reopening means an interest in international visitors coming here by air or sea. Apparently, that's not been a problem, as international air carriers are already eager to return to the Bahamas.
Back to the Bahamas. JetBlue is already coming. Air Canada is already coming. American Airlines starts this week, and Delta and Southwest are poised to restart in early October, once they learn that the tourism sector is back up and running. Understand that the schedules are extremely limited, given that current demand levels are not as robust as they once were. With regard to Bahamas Air and other domestic carriers, it is expected that they will be allowed to commence domestic operations in the latter part of this week, while international operations should recommence closer to the date when the tourism sector reopens.
Minister De Aguilar confirmed that he's met with the CEOs of Atlantis and Bahama Resorts, and he anticipates they will announce their reopening date soon. He said, though, resort officials want to be assured of an economically sustainable customer base when they reopen. Now, the cruise industry is another issue.
I've been in discussions with all of the major cruise lines, and none of them have received any indication from the Center for Disease Control, the CDC, when their no-sail orders will be lifted. Right now, all of the cruise companies have voluntarily agreed that they will not be sailing until the 31st of October 2020. But sadly, it seems very likely that cruising out of the United States will not recommence until possibly late November or early December. Travelers will want to start on short cruises, not venture far from home. And there is no country better positioned than the Bahamas to fulfill this demand. Cruising will probably start out with quick stops to the respective private islands. But the Ministry of Tourism will be shortly thereafter urging the cruise companies to make stops in our economic centers like Nassau and Freeport. And upon arrival, the cruise companies will only allow their guests to go on excursions to demonstrate very high health and safety protocols. So businesses, get ready and start preparing yourself for that eventuality.
The Ministry of Tourism is mounting an aggressive marketing campaign in order for visitors to understand the requirements needed to vacation in the Bahamas in a COVID-19 environment. Altaviz Munnings, ZNS Network News.